Hello chess fans, this is Rick from Chess to Impress with a video on Did the World Champion shout at you? Yes, he did! It's part of the countdown series towards the World Championship match 2021 between World Champion Magnus Carlsen and his challenger Jan Nepomniachtchi. As I'm recording this video, the match is only 2 days away. The waiting is almost over. In this series we're looking at some memorable moments in the history of the World Championship, and in this episode we're going back 17 years to 2004 to the match between the classical world champion Vladimir Kramnik. In those years we had 2 world champions and his challenger Petr Leko. They played a 14-game match similar to the Carlsen-Nepomniachtchi match. Kramnik won Game 1, Leko struck back in Game 5, and we're going to look at a fragment from Game 8, played on the 7th of October 2004, with Kramnik playing white and Leko behind the black pieces. The opening was the Marshall Gambit of the Ruy Lopez. Black has sacrificed a pawn and has compensation with attacking chances against the white king. Kramnik has just played a2, a4, and here Queen g6 was played by Petr Leko. And here something went wrong for Kramnik. Let's listen to the 14th world champion explaining this himself. In New in Chess magazine, Kramnik writes, "It was clearly a hole in my preparation, but it was a very strange hole. We analyzed this whole line and then some hours before the game we found this idea with 21 Queen g6. We briefly checked 22 Knight e4. Okay, white is slightly better, but black can hold. Then somehow we got the idea of 22 a takes b5, but there was very little time to check it." He was clearly under pressure, talking about Leko, clearly suffering, and while he was taking all this time and thinking about 21 Queen g6, I made this decision. I was in a rest room and decided to play fast, not to give him time to think. To put further psychological pressure on him by responding immediately. 2 minutes before he made his move, I decided that if he played 21 Queen g6, I would play 22 a takes b5 immediately and just see what would happen. Now, what was Kramnik talking about? Queen g6 was indeed played and a takes b5 was played immediately. As Kramnik said, they briefly looked at knight e4 in the preparation, and then knight takes, f takes, bishop takes g5 and b takes a4, and that is about equal. But after a takes b5 things are not equal. It is a mistake from white. Leko played bishop d3, attacking the queen, queen f2 and rook e2. And now the white queen is in big trouble. But Kramnik's team had prepared the queen sacrifice, queen takes e2, bishop takes and taking on a6, and white has counterplay, with the a-pawn only 2 squares from promotion. Leko played queen d3, and now let's listen to Evgeny Bereyevs, who was Kramnik's second. In the book From London to Elista, Bereyevs says, after that move, queen d3, a very powerful computer will say that this is won for black within 90 seconds to 2 minutes. The fact is, it won't tell you this within 10 to 15 seconds. And during analysis, you rarely give it more than that. Everything happened in a situation where there wasn't enough time and there were a lot of positions to check. We were blamed by Kramnik, said Bereyevs, and the interviewer said, "Did he shout at you?" Justifiably. "Did he call you blank blank blank?" Yes. He said exactly that. He put it slightly differently. So something had badly gone wrong in preparation for this game. After queen d3, if you push that pawn, threatening to promote, then black wins with queen e3 check, king g2, bishop takes f3 check, knight takes, queen e2 check, king g1 and knight g4. You can promote with check, but after king g7 there is nothing you can do against being checkmated with white. For example, queen takes c6, it doesn't really matter. Then there is queen f2 check, king h1 and mate in 2 from here. Like this. So after queen d3 you cannot push that a-pawn. Kramnik now saw it. For the first time in the game he had to think himself. And he found king f2. But black is winning. Bishop takes f3 from Leko. If you now push the pawn, there is queen e2 check and checkmate. So that bishop has to be taken. Kramnik took it. And knight e4 check. 3 black pieces are attacking the exposed white king. King e1, knight takes c3, very nice move. There's a checkmate threat now with queen e2, so you have to take the knight, but then queen takes c3 check, wins the rook in the corner. King f2, queen takes a1, and the pawn was pushed. You can take that pawn, but why not save the g5 pawn? h6 was played by Leko. h4 and g4, and Vladimir Kramnik resigned. So Peter Leko refuted the prepared line over the board, which is very impressive, and he took the lead in the match. Kramnik had lost a game in which he hadn't made any move by himself. He followed his team's preparation only to find himself in a lost position at the end of it. Leko was now leading 4.5, 3.5 with 6 games to go. 5 draws followed, and Kramnik won the last game in dramatic fashion. The match finished 7-7, which meant that Kramnik kept his title. No tie breaks, no rapids, no blitz, or God forbid Armageddon. In those years, the champion had to be beaten. A draw meant he would keep his title. I hope you like this video and that you keep counting down towards the start of the big match with me. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe to the Chess to Impress channel, and please leave a comment. I will read them all and I will reply to them all. If you like the video, it would be great if you could share it on social media by clicking the share button on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram, on Twitter and on Facebook. This is Rick for Chess to Impress. Thank you for watching. I'm recording!